Hey Suma Group, this is John. As our first video, I want to just give you some really practical tips on how to do stuff with flipped learning. So the first thing we're going to talk about is just a cool tool that I recently come across that I think will be powerful and useful for you. So let's dive in. The one thing we said in the level 1 course and probably a bit in the level 2 course is that flipped learning isn't about the videos. When we talk about the individual space, one option is not just assign a video, but to do text. So I've recently run across a really cool tool called InsertLearning. So this is our website, InsertLearning.com. Now this is a Google Chrome add-in. Now you can use it if you're not a Google Chrome school or whatever, but I think it's really powerful. So here you see me on the website. I will log in. So here I'm signed in, and I've got a couple classes. I've got one just called Flipped Learning, one called in eBOCES. It's a school I'm going to be working with. So let's just say I got a class, so I can click Add a Class. So we can say name a class. We're going to say just Test Cat class here. So now I've got this test class. Now here's the really cool thing is I can go to lessons and I can find some things that I want to assign. I'm looking for some text. So I want to find just some text anywhere on the internet. It could be a PDF, it could be anything. So let's go to a website. So I'm a chemistry guy, so I'm just going to go to the Wikipedia page on chemical bonds. Now up in the upper right-hand corner, after I've installed InsertLearning, I can just click on InsertLearning. This is a little Google Chrome add-in. Notice I'm in Google Chrome. And I can now read through the text. And here's the cool thing is I can highlight text. All right, so I'm going to click Highlight Text. So I can just highlight some text just to draw attention to it. Okay. For example, I can add a sticky note. So I can click right here, and it could be a YouTube link. I can say, pay attention to this, whatever this is, right? But it could also be hot linkable. That's what I love about it. So now click on the question. Under the question, I can click on a paragraph, and I can type a question. This is really cool. I can say, you know, which theory of chemical bonding is most important? Actually, the best question. I can click Create. Now, if I want to turn it into a multiple choice question, I can say Optics. And then I can add another choice, Vesper. And I can say another choice, whatever. Affinity. And I'm going to say Vesper is actually the correct answer. And now I've added a question right inside there. You see, so I'm building this. And then I can deploy it when I'm all done. So I've read this whole article and I want them to interact. I can then now assign it to students. And I can click on the test class. Notice, by the way, those of you who are in the Google Classroom, that it does have share with Google Classroom. And I'm just going to share it there. And now, boom, that class now has this is the lesson, right? So if I go back to my class, Flipped Learning has one teacher, and we've got one lesson. So note here, by the way, that there's a code when somebody logs in that you'll want to use to get the students to log in. And the beauty of this is it's going to give you data on what the students read and their responses to it. So you can make any web page interactive and clickable. Really cool. So a really quick tool. I encourage you to play around with this. I'd also like you to comment about InsertLearning and if you use it and if there are issues, we'd be glad to reach out to their development team to say, hey, what do you guys think about changing this or that? So a great text tool for the individual space, InsertLearning.